All right, welcome to the Sam Sylk Show, ladies and gentlemen. 50 in the building.
That's right.
What it do, man?
Chilling, man. I'm happy to be here on the Sam Sylk Show. You know how we doing it.
Yes,
We're going to do it. We're going to do it big.
Yes, sir, man. The album, dude, the CD, folks are already talking about it, man. It's hot. You making noise, baby.
Yeah, I feel good about it, man. You know, I went into this project really having something to prove.
Okay.
Coming off of the Curtis album. For me, that was my artist album. I collaborated with all different artists to try and find a new space for myself creatively and something interesting to actually write. So the Curtis project, because my grandfather's Curtis Sr., his firstborn is Curtis Jr., I'm his first grandchild. Curtis III made that the perfect title for my third album, and I was attempting to make that album human. So I made music that I thought was representation of joy. It had laughter in it, straight to the bank.
Yeah.
I started on a positive note, and then I had music that that had sexuality to it, the sex or love that a human would possess for another human was within AO technology. The aggression or anger that we have is in I Still Kill. It's just me balancing out what the actual record had to have in order to conceptually be what I was, setting after to begin with. And I started this project. I've recorded 5, not full songs, but like the chorus and 2 verses to each one of them before I decided to go with Curtis at that point, because I made choices in the past to go towards lighthearted material or positive. Every time I go into a positive realm, it does something wonderful for me. You know what I mean? Like,
that's real.
Because
positive wins.
Absolutely. Like I made a lot of darker material on the mixtape circuit prior to Get Rich or Die Trying. But when it was time to actually release the single, the first single off the album, I went to Go Shorty, it's your birthday. Every day someone's birthday. It's the celebration of life.
Okay.
So that record stays relevant over and over and over and over again.
Right.
So since then, the only person that kind of tried to tap into that area was Jeremiah with Birthday Sex.
Yeah.
It's different scenario.
So that's why, cause we was wondering, man. We was like, when 50 gonna go ahead and drop? When the whole thing with you and Rick Ross, he was like, well, he's about to come out, and then he was like,
it's not.
No, they said not yet.
Yeah,
it's
an interesting process. The public doesn't identify with when the companies are going through a transition. So what happens is in 2005, by the Massacre, I started making up 70% of the successful black music at Interscope Records. So I complained about the growth of the actual records, and they gave me more money, which made me feel happy. I went home, but after I got home, it wasn't a non-recoupable situation. So they didn't actually give me anything. They just gave me more money and gave me more responsibility of learning how to do radio by hiring the right staff to do it. And
you took the time out
to do it.
A lot of people don't do that, though.
Yeah, but I wanted to learn everything possible in actual business so I can, identify.
It's paying off.
Identify with something going wrong, right? If you don't know when it's going wrong, you don't know when to bail out.
Right.
So I got my staff going, and what we do is we take my records to about 500 spins, and then the mothership will kick in and take me where I need to go with the actual record. And I started Get Up. I got the record to like 475 spins.
Club banger.
Approaching 500. And then at that point, the mothership was letting go 60% of their staff.
Okay. See?
Along with the other majors.
Right.
So everybody's job function that did stay changed.
Yeah.
And the person that was with me in New Media that helped inspire me to create ThisIs50.com was now my product manager. And doing things that probably 4 different people would actually be responsible for doing the things that they created this new role and the new job function for her. So it just was a process of me getting everybody else back into a groove.
How do you 50, y'all? We'll be back, man. More of the Sam Sylk Show.
Man, I'm gonna do my thing. It's crazy in the club when I'm in there, man. Get up. Trust me, homie, I'm not.
How do you take that over to the movie side? Because this is your movie.
Absolutely, the movie side. Like after having additional time, because I've been playing double dutch. You know what I'm saying? I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I feel like I'm ready to. When that don't work out, I'm like, hold up. You know what I'm saying? I got to reevaluate. I got to go back and make something that hands down is it for the time period. Like music marks time. For me. So it's that important. We're never going to lose interest in great music. We're going to consume it differently.
Yeah.
But we still need it. We still enjoy it. You know what I mean? And with the film project, what I did is it's actually inspired by the album. If you listen to the record, it has more imperfections than the average hip-hop album. Writers usually write positive things about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? They don't usually write the hard part. They don't usually write the negative, the harsh truths.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And cause I'm in a secure enough space creatively where I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make this record feel completely different by telling the truth. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when I'm on Then Days Went By, I'm explaining how I felt when they were getting paid in front of me. I had nothing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I'm telling my grandpa drunk, my Uncle Rock drunk, my Uncle Champ on crack, smoke my stash up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm writing, at that point, it was everybody. And then they wonder why I chose not to get high. I've watched people utilize those vices around me all my life. So it was an easy decision for me. I could have $10, $20.
Mm-hmm. Or you can have
I can have a little bag of, and that's going to burn and be gone. You know what I mean?
Just
so
like that.
That's just that. So, it was an easy decision for me to stay away from those things. There were always an environment around me.
Right.
My friends didn't make the same choices.
50, y'all. We'll be back, man. More of the Sam Sylk Show. Be safe.
Hey, don't touch the remote.
Yeah!
Something silky is about to happen. The Sam Sylk Show.
Sam Sylk Show.
We'll be right back.
What's going on with G-Unit?
G-Unit, they should expect the project shortly after this album. We'll go Bank Solo.
Okay.
And then collectively the group record again.
Now, what's up with the whole thing with Beans? Everybody wants to know the whole Jay-Z letting them go. It caused a lot of beef in Philadelphia a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. Beans he's interesting. Like, I came across him while we was outside of listening to his material.
Mm-hmm.
I came across him in the federal penitentiary in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the same pens my uncles was in. So my Uncle Mike been down. He been in the feds for 16 years.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'll go see him every month.
You want to holler, chop it up.
I get him out of jail. I don't gotta let him out, because after I talk to him, he leave with me.
Damn.
He hear everything that's going on the air, the different things that's there, the viral stuff, and then he get a chance to experience that and say, you know how you could have did that better? If you would have did this, I thought you was going to say this.
Okay, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And then I go, okay, I see why you're saying that, but there's someone that I know has no interest in mind in all of those things that create the confusion. And you get in that gray area when everybody start looking for what you could do for them financially, or they develop a sense of entitlement because they've been around you forever. And he's looking at me like, I can't even believe, look at you, man. You go wipe your own nose now. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So have you hollered at Jay on it? Are you gonna be able to pull him over? Or?
No, I haven't had a conversation with Jay-Z about that project. I actually don't know exactly what state he's in with that system. He's probably completely off for that record.
Right. Before we get out of here, Rick Ross, any more? Can we look for any more beef on there? Any more cartoons, I should say?
I don't think that there's anything left there. Like, when you got when a guy has his life in that kind of state when he decides to compete, and I told you seen the clip, the warning shot. I said, all right, I'm going to Venezuela. I come back.
Yeah.
I go away, I come back, you see his baby mother there.
Right.
Take a shopping. The other baby mother was a call girl. How ironic is that? You got a guy that you can see is not attractive, fat, ugly guy. It makes sense that he's spending some money on a call girl. You see what I'm saying? So that caused a play, and then he called me curly at the same time while...
You turned it around on him.
Yeah, because I had a pimp say something crazy about me.
Right.
Rick say something crazy, and Foxy Brown in one day. And I'm looking at the clip, like, Foxy, like, you got 24 hours to retract that statement, or I'm going to handle this Brooklyn style. I'm like, oh, okay. So I had to respond to all three of those things.
Yeah.
And I decided to make fun of it.
Yeah. Took it to another level, man.
And it was entertaining. And what happened during the time period that I was actually competing with Rick Ross is my website increased twice the viewership.
Yeah.
During that particular time period. So when Def Jam as a company spent twice the marketing dollars on Rick Ross than they spent on Jadakiss.
That's a whole nother era,
They did the same numbers. They did the same numbers.
Yeah. Yep.
They spent twice the money trying to combat what I was saying about him virally, to keep him up with what I was doing. But at the end of the day, they won't do that again.
Before I self-destruct, it's in stores. They won't do it again,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't mind seeing some more on the
You
net,
see
though.
Triple C's, they record sell like 4,000 copies, B.
50, y'all. We'll be back, man. More of the Sam Sylk Show. Be safe.
4,000 copies, Sam?